What's up with it, everybody? We have a good video for you. I'm gonna do a ball fade, and I'm also gonna do a design on the other side of his head. Um, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, also subscribe to this channel. Just trying to educate everyone on hair cutting. So if you like it, like I said, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. This is TK with Cuts by Kelly. Let's get into it. Okay, y'all know at the beginning of the haircuts, we do the debulking process, so that's what we're doing. But I'm going to skip the part of me cutting his hair down. But just to let y'all know, I cut it down with the 1/16 guard close, and I went with the grain, and that just set up my level around the head. I'm going to do the design on this side of the head, and on the other side I'll be doing a fade. So if you're interested in just seeing that fade, it's around the 6:21 mark. That's the fade. On the other side it's going to be a ball fade. For starters, I know designs might be far-fetched for you, but how I look at it is you have to learn someday. So if someone is interested in a design, if it's something that's too much for you to do, you can suggest something else that you can do, like a part. Most kids, they just want something. So if it's out of your realm of capabilities, you can just give them a straight line, and that might bring a smile to them, so don't shortchange yourself. There's always an opportunity to learn, and then the more you learn, you might be one of the best at it and make that one of your specialties. So always be open to do something like a design. So like I always say, when I'm doing designs, I'm just freestyling this design. So as I go, I'm looking at it and seeing what I like or don't like. So it just leads me to something else to give the design more depth. The main thing is, if it's not a part, the part is just a simple line. But if you're doing the design, you don't want just one straight line. You want to try to give it some depth, which means you want to start with a small line, make the line get thicker. You want to start with a dark shade, make the shade fade out. Just things of that. You want to do zigzags, circles, whatever you can do to give the design a little more depth and to make it stand out. So that's what I'm doing right now, just going with the flow and just trying to make the design stand out and make it pop. So if you're still here, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm creating content for the beginner barber as well as a seasoned barber. I'm just trying to get everybody elevated on barbering. This is a field that has a lot of money in it. You can make money off it. You just have to have the right mindset to do so. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, also hit the notification bell, and don't forget to share the video as well. If you really like what I'm doing, I really appreciate all the views and the subscriptions. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers, so please, if you are someone who's watching this video who's not subscribed, subscribe to the channel and help me out. Alright, so this side we're doing a fade on, so I'm setting my middle guideline, and this is all the way open with no guard, like we do any other fade. Just know as you're doing your steps, you just want to make sure you have your each area clean. So each time you go up, you're just going up a little bit, but you want to make sure you go over each of those levels multiple times just to ensure that you actually get that level as even as possible. So I went close, and then I'm going to go quarter. Then I'm opening my blade up 3/4 of the way. Then I have open there. And like I say, each time I go up, I just go over it a few times, back and forth, to make sure I get that level evenly across the head. So you see, now that I went over the bottom part of the fade, I'm going over the top with my 0 guard on my 1/16 guard. I'm doing close, then I'm going to do quarter, then I'm going to do 3/4 and open as well with this. Usually, like I do my fades, I usually start from that middle part and work the top first and go down to the bottom. But in this fade, I just started from the bottom and went to the top. And you can see how easy it is just going that way. It's really on how you want to do it. As long as you set that guideline just to keep you from going too high with no guard on. After you set that guideline, as long as you stay in that area, you should be safe, and you should be able to develop a smooth blend and not go too high with the fade, because that guideline will keep you from doing that. Alright, I'm at the spot check, so I already did my fade. So now I'm just going around and just making the fade look more seamless, making it look better. And I'm just checking throughout the fade at different levels just to make sure I have it as even as possible. So like I mentioned in the fade process, if you go over each level a few times, it will help you get that area more even. And when you do that, that will make the spot check process a little bit easier for you. You wouldn't have to go over the head and clean up so much. You wouldn't have as many spots, because you did a thorough sweep when you were doing your fade. So especially for beginners, because the spot check is really for those who are developing their eyes or who can see. They'll be able to see the different spots. But if you're a beginner, you're probably not seeing all the spots. So the way you combat that is just make sure you go over each level multiple times. And what I'm meaning by level is when you go over, when you do close, go back and forth a few times with close. Then open your guard up to quarter, go back and forth. And that will help you get a more clean fade, even though you can't really see the spots. So now we're here at the back. You can see the design is connecting to the faded area, so I'm just going to blend this part out. As you're doing freestyle designs, just keep in mind you have to be creative. So what I mean by that, usually when I'm doing designs, I don't have a picture that I'm copying off of. Now, sometimes I can be inspired by a picture and try to do that, but on most cases, I'm just doing a freestyle. So with that being said, I make a line and then I make another line. And as I look at it, I try to see what else I can do to make it pop even more. So when you're doing designs like that, you might run into areas where you need to fade out differently or blend it a little bit differently. Just to make everything gel together. So just keep that in mind as you're trying to do designs. For starters, I would say just do one part and work with that first. And as you get better with that, then you can try to add on. But designs can be tough because you need to make sure you have each area blended nicely to make them pop and make them go with the whole haircut. So yeah, that's just some little tips if you're interested in doing designs on your clients. Another thing, I think everybody is able to do a design or a part. The main thing is practice makes perfect. And funny thing is, you can actually draw some things on paper and use them on someone's head. I know it's probably not something that you would think of, but like for me, when I was learning how to do stars, I had to draw them out so I get used to drawing them. Then after that, I applied them. I put them on someone's head, so just keep that in mind as well. We're at the lineup, so you know this is getting to the end of this video. If you like what you see, if this was any way, shape, or form helpful to you, please hit the subscribe button. I would love to get to 100 subscribers off this video. That means I just need 7 people to subscribe. So if you're watching this video, or if you watch any of my videos and you haven't subscribed yet, why don't you subscribe now? With that being said, I hope you enjoyed and learned something from it. Oh, don't forget to hit the notification bell as well so you can be updated on all the videos that I come out with. And if you have anything that you want to know or see me do, leave that in the comments, and I'll try to do it as soon as possible. But with that, this is the cut. Hit the like button if you like it. Like I said before, this is TK with Cuts by Kelly, and I appreciate you.